Hello everybody, it's Slushie. Today we're doing a movie review on Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Prepare for final battle!
Okay, so this movie came out way back in 1997, before I was even born. This shit fest of a movie was created a few years before I was born. Thank fuck, because it doesn't represent the year I was born. Thank God it wasn't made in 2000, that's all I'm saying, right? Okay. So basically everything about this movie, most things about this movie is complete shit. I don't know what the director was thinking. John Leonetti, he's done some great work over the years. He did Wish Upon, he did Annabelle, he's done some other stuff. And it's mind-boggling how this guy, who's directed several really good movies, nothing he's done has really been, like mind-blowingly amazing, but he's done a lot of work with James Wan and has done a couple of the Conjuring movies as far as being a part of them and directing Annabelle. So he has he has a good track history as far as films go, but why? Why this movie, and why, how do you make a movie this bad? And how do you feel comfortable with yourself in releasing this movie and having your name attached to the project? I mean, I would probably come up with some fake alias to put in the movie as the director because I would not want to be associated with this movie. I don't care. I would take the money and run. Whatever money he got from this movie, which wasn't much because it barely made back its budget, you know what I'm saying? So, probably didn't make much off of this, but, and in fact, because of this movie, the original planned third movie got canceled. So, that speaks volumes into how bad and shitty this film is. So, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So, what are the bad things about this movie? Basically everything. But to get down to the specifics, the effects. They were dated before the 90s. These effects might have been okay back in the 50s in those old 50s monster movies where the effects are really bizarre and weird looking and totally fake looking. These effects would fit right into a horror movie from the 50s, where those monsters look disgustingly awful. That's how bad these effects are. I mean, they were dated, way dated for the 90s. I mean, there's plenty of good movies that came out in the 90s that had amazing effects. This is not one of them, okay? This movie's garbage. There's absolutely no character development for any of these guys. It's like shit just happens. It's like there's fights. They try to excuse the fact that they don't have a good film by putting in a bunch of fights, thinking that people are just going to look the other way. And the problem is, I can't even enjoy the fight scenes because the fight scenes are just, again, a lot of them are filled with shitty effects. And it's so hard for me to enjoy a movie whenever they absolutely don't even give a fuck on trying to make a decent movie. I mean, if this is the best they have, then they should definitely go back to the drawing board as far as their careers go. So, God, I don't want to keep bashing this movie. I know there's people out there who enjoy this movie. I've talked to a couple people who downright say they love it better than the first Mortal Kombat movie. I don't know how, but we all have our own opinions. They clearly need to get their mind out of the gutter because how the fuck can you like this more than the original Mortal Kombat film? But whatever. Opinions, they're weird. But Mortal Kombat Annihilation fails on every single spectrum. So just gonna say it, the guy that plays Shao Kahn, he is disgustingly awful. I mean, it literally sounds like he's crying while delivering these lines.
The Earth was created in 6 days, so too shall it be destroyed!
It's ridiculous. I can't take him serious. I definitely can't be afraid of him. There's no threat. There's no imminent threat provided by him. In fact, every time he was on screen, I laughed. This movie is like so bad. It's funny. And that's awful. This movie is meant to be taken serious. I mean, there's like this cult classic thing going around where a lot of people are more appreciating it more as a comedy film, which I guess I could see that. As a comedy film, it works. But as a Mortal Kombat film, it's a total fucking failure, man, on every aspect. But I'm done bashing this movie. I know there's people out there that enjoy it. So more power to you guys. I just can't enjoy it. That being said, you guys saw me give Mortal Kombat 1995, the original Mortal Kombat film, a 7 out of 10, so you can imagine this is not going to be any sort of good, and I'm going to have to go ahead and give Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 1 out of 10, just to give it a rating. I would give it a 0 out of 10, but you know what? I'm being nice today. I'm being nice. So I'll give it a 1 out of 10. That's the best it's ever going to get for me. So, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Mortal Kombat Annihilation down below. Hit like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you're not already, hit that bell to get notified anytime I make a video or stream. Keep up to date with the channels. I have some crazy going on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. fatality.
Save me, you should never break me. You're the thing that makes me be afraid of myself. Don't tell me you're sorry, just say a thing to stop me. Help me break the silence, come and save me from myself.